Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Aging with Purpose show. And if you're new here, my name is Sunita Johnson, and I'm the host and founder of this space, which is dedicated to women over 40 who want to embrace this next chapter of life with joy, purpose, and empowerment. Now, today we're diving into something that is close to my heart: rethinking what it means to age. Let's start with a question. What comes to mind when you think about aging? You see, for so many, aging feels like a phase of slowing down or becoming invisible. Well, we're here to turn that idea on its head and talk about how aging can be a time of growth, exploration, and yes, thriving. It's time to change the narrative about aging. You see, society has often made aging sound like a negative transformation, focusing only on limitations and loss. But the truth is, there's so much more to this journey. In reality, this phase is ours, yours to define. So consider women like Vera Wang, who entered the fashion industry at 40, or Julia Child, who didn't become a professional chef until her late 40s. You see, these incredible women didn't let age define what they could achieve, and neither should we. Of course, these names are infamous. There's many other more who are famous who got their start later, and there's many women like those women who you may not know them, but their community does, their family does, because they've made huge changes after the age when many said it's over. It's time to slow down. The greatest, I guess you could say, the greatest times, the good times are behind you. They did not buy into the lie, and neither should you. So instead of thinking of aging as running out of time, let's start seeing it as a time that we've achieved to explore, redefine, and embrace new aspects of who we are. Because that time that you've spent on this earth so far is not wasted. It has become a recipe of who you are now. And put all the ingredients together of who you are in the oven and bake something fabulous for everyone to enjoy this new you, all the things that you have to give that you didn't have in your 20s, that you didn't have in your 30s, but you have now. So if any of you have a similar story of reinventing yourself after your 40s, please share it in the comments, because I love to hear how you've redefined what aging means to you. Now let's talk about embracing change and new possibilities. You see, the truth is we are not the same people that we were in our 20s or even our 30s, and that's actually amazing. You see, change brings growth, new opportunities, and the freedom to try things that we may never have considered before. For instance, if there's a hobby that you've always wanted to try, now is a great time to start. Or maybe it's painting, dancing, or learning a new language. See, if you're curious about a new career, volunteer work, or travel, right now can be the perfect time to explore those interests, because most of us we might be embarking on being an empty nester because your kids are now teenagers and they have interests of their own. Or maybe you've retired earlier, maybe you're transitioning your career, or whatever it is. For some reason you have a bit more time, or if you don't have the time yet, you're ready to make some changes to open up the time to do some of these things. You see, aging doesn't mean losing our curiosity. It's a chance to go after what makes us come alive. And if you recently started something new or have a dream that you're pursuing, please let us know in the comments, also because you have a chance of inspiring other people, other ladies just like you. Sharing our stories with each other can really be inspiring. And this kind of goes without saying. Health and self-care, these are vital to changing how you think about how you feel about aging. Because aging gracefully isn't about maintaining a certain look or body shape. It's about feeling strong, capable, and joyful, confident. By taking care of ourselves, mind, body, and soul, we're not only increasing our quality of life, we're empowering ourselves to keep living fully. Now, whether it's taking a regular yoga class or just a yoga routine at home, walking in nature, walking in the neighborhood, walking your dog, your pets, eating a balanced diet, or spending time with friends who lift you up, self-care is essential. It's about saying, I matter, and my well-being is worth making it a priority. Now, one of the greatest gifts of aging is the life experience that we bring to the table. Don't forget that. Because, ladies, inner growth and wisdom, we've learned resilience, patience, and compassion. We've survived challenges, celebrated wins, and grown stronger along the way. Imagine how we can use this wisdom to mentor, inspire, or simply enjoy the journey with a sense of peace and gratitude. Let's celebrate that we don't have to have it all figured out, because we don't. We never will. And no one does. Not the men, not the women, none of us. Religious, non-religious, we're all figuring this out as we go. And we're all going to leave this earth not clearly knowing. You might think you know everything, but you do not, and you will not. Because we're always evolving, and that's something to embrace. Thank you so much for joining me today and for being a part of this conversation. Remember, aging isn't a limitation. It's an invitation to live boldly, to explore, and to define what life can be in this new chapter. Now, if today's episode inspired you, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more episodes, and feel free to share your thoughts below. I love to hear how you're redefining aging on your own terms, or what topics you'd like us to dive into next.